Imagine this. You're a prisoner of war, trapped deep behind enemy lines in one of the most secure German camps of World War II, Stalag Luft III. The same camp famous for the Great Escape. Escape seems impossible. The fences are high, the guards are vigilant, and the ground itself is a trap. But what if I told you a group of prisoners found a way to dig a tunnel right under the noses of their captors, using a piece of equipment you'd least expect? A gymnastics vaulting horse? This isn't a Hollywood movie plot. It's the incredible true story of the wooden horse escape, one of the most audacious and ingenious prison breaks in history. But it all started with a simple observation. The men in Stalag Luft III were desperate for freedom, but also for a way to beat the crushing boredom and maintain their sanity. The Germans, surprisingly, allowed them some recreational activities, including gymnastics. An officer named Lieutenant Michael Kodner was watching his fellow prisoners practice on a makeshift vaulting horse one day when a wild idea sparked in his mind. The camp was built on sandy soil, making traditional tunneling a nightmare. The moment you dug, the sand would collapse. Plus, the barracks were raised off the ground, so any tunnel starting from inside would be easily spotted, and the biggest problem, where do you hide the dirt you're digging up? But the vaulting horse. That changed everything. Kodner realized they could build a hollow horse, carry it out to the same spot on the exercise field every single day, and dig a tunnel right there in plain sight. The horse would hide the entrance and the digger inside. It was brilliant. It was crazy. It was perfect. He shared his idea with two trusted friends, Flight Lieutenant Eric Williams and Flight Lieutenant Oliver Philpott. Williams was the mastermind planner, the architect of the operation. Philpott was the detail-oriented one, the man who would handle the logistics. Together, they formed the ultimate escape committee of three. First, they needed the horse. Using wood scavenged from bunk beds, packing crates, and any other scraps they could find, they constructed a sturdy but hollow vaulting horse. It was a work of art, made from countless pieces of wood, held together by nails and glue they'd managed to acquire. It looked completely normal from the outside, but inside, it was a secret chamber, just big enough for one man and his digging tools. Their system was pure genius. Every day, a team of prisoners would carry the horse out to the exercise yard and place it in the exact same spot, just a few yards from the perimeter fence, while a group of gymnasts noisily vaulted over the horse, creating a diversion. One man would be concealed inside. Once the coast was clear, he'd slip out through a trapdoor at the bottom, remove a wooden plug in the ground, and descend into their growing tunnel. But what about the sand? That was the trickiest part. They couldn't just dump it on the ground. Instead, the digger would fill small bags made from old towels and trouser legs with the excavated sand. At the end of the workday, he'd climb back into the horse, bringing the bags of sand with him. The team would then carry the horse, now significantly heavier, back to the barracks. The sand would be carefully hidden in the attic spaces of their hut, bit by painstaking bit. They created a sophisticated pulley system to haul the bags up and spread the sand evenly so the ceiling wouldn't collapse under the weight. Imagine the tension, knowing that tons of sand were sitting right above the heads of the German guards who conducted inspections. The digging itself was grueling work. The tunnel was claustrophobic, dark, and constantly threatening to cave in. The tools were primitive, mostly repurposed tin cans and fire pokers. The digger, often Eric Williams himself, would lie on his back, scraping away at the sandy soil, inch by agonizing inch. Well, air was a constant concern. They devised a crude but effective ventilation system using a pump made from a kit bag, and hockey sticks, pushing fresh air down the shaft through a pipeline made of empty powdered milk tins. For 5 long months, from summer into the autumn of 1943, this incredible routine continued, day in, day out. The gymnast vaulted, the digger dug, and the sand was secretly spirited away. The guards saw nothing but a group of prisoners keeping fit. They never once suspected that a 100-foot-long tunnel was being dug right under their feet. The sheer audacity of it is just breathtaking. They were literally hiding in plain sight. Finally, on the night of October 29, 1943, the time had come. The tunnel was complete. It stretched from the exercise yard under the deadly warning wire and just beyond the main perimeter fence. Williams, Codner, and Philpott were ready. Under the cover of darkness, with the help of their fellow prisoners creating a diversion with a fake theatrical performance, the three men made their move. They were carried out inside the horse one last time. As an air raid siren conveniently wailed, providing extra cover, they crawled through their narrow sandy passage to freedom. Merging into a dark forest, they were out. They had done the impossible. But getting out of the camp was only the first part of the challenge. Now they had to navigate hundreds of miles of hostile territory to reach neutral territory. Dressed in convincing civilian clothes they had painstakingly created and equipped with forged documents, they split up. Williams and Codner, posing as French laborers, made their way by train towards the Baltic coast. Their journey was fraught with danger, with close calls at nearly every turn. They eventually managed to board a Danish ship that smuggled them to neutral Sweden. Oliver Philpott, meanwhile, took a different route. Disguised as a Norwegian margarine salesman, he boldly took a train directly to Danzig. His cool nerve and flawless disguise got him through multiple checkpoints. From Danzig, he too managed to board a Swedish ship and sail to freedom. Credibly, all three men, the entire escape party from the Wooden Horse, made it home. It was a 100% success rate, an almost unheard of achievement for any escape attempt during the war. Their story is a testament not just to their incredible bravery and ingenuity, but also to the power of teamwork, trust, and the unbreakable human spirit's desire for freedom. The Wooden Horse itself was left behind, a silent monument to their genius. The Germans eventually discovered the tunnel, but not before the men were long gone. They were reportedly so impressed by the sheer cleverness of the escape that they put the horse on display for other camp commandants to see, as a warning of what determined prisoners were capable of. So the next time you think a problem is impossible to solve, remember the story of the Wooden Horse. It's proof that with enough creativity, courage, and a little bit of audacity, you can dig your way out of almost any prison. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this story as amazing as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible tales from history. Let me know in the comments what you think was the most ingenious part of their plan. See you in the next video.